is Warriors Anonymous.
Woo! All right. Welcome, everyone. This is Warriors Anonymous coming to you in 4K this evening. That's not crystal clear 4K. That is 4,000 YouTube subscribers have jumped on board the Warriors Anonymous waka, and yeah, we're powering along, boys. Welcome along to Isaac Sauce, who I noticed we are twinning somewhat with our
tiger blood.
Yeah, you got the big moon. Got the slightly smaller moon. So.
Oh, really?
She said.
and also Daniel Whanakura. Hey, bro.
I've got the same one I wear every week. Hey, man.
That's it. Nice and steady. Actually, these are exactly the same size. It's just that Isaac is a lot smaller than I am.
It's just a home and away strip, man. We're like the Warriors themselves. We've got like a million different strips, apparently.
Oh, exactly. And also a few home grounds as well, boys, to speak of. The big news that has dropped in the last 24 hours or so is that the Warriors are going to be taking the Anzac Day game back to WELLY. So I know you fellas, you must be absolutely peaking for this.
Yep. As long as they're not playing at our Onslow College, bottom field, I think we'll be fine. I'll be there at the game. Actually, it'll probably make it easier if they play at Onslow College #1, because I just walk down there. But there's no seats. No.
That's right.
It's a bit out of the blue because the chat was it was meant to be in the new stadium for in Christchurch, but perhaps it's not going to be ready on time.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Maybe it's on time later in the year, maybe, but rather than Anzac. So
okay. So Welly got the call up. It's exciting.
We need a public service announcement to Wellingtonians and people all around the Motu. Is fill the fucker. We didn't fill it last time we had it. You don't fill it, you don't get it.
Exactly. In fact, in the immortal Facebook words of Roy Arrow, make it last chance saloon for Wellington. Undeserving city. Only time the city decides there's a league community outside of Wainoiamata. Laughing emoji. They're the worst when it comes to fronting up to games. Last few league games, there had been a lot of fans turning up who were from out of town. So there we go, boys. That's the challenge, I guess, is...
Well, there'll be the competition will be right there, right, for seats, because people from all over the country will want to get to Wellington because it's like nice, right in the middle of the country.
Yep.
So Christchurch, Dunedin, they'll be filling their boats, and so will Auckland, obviously. So Wellingtonians better get on before it's too late. Better get in the waka before they miss a seat.
Get on board, everyone. It's going to be I actually have high hopes that it's gonna go off and be like the old. The heyday of Warriors games at the Cake Tin. I remember that. Was it the Bulldogs game where
the Bulldogs game? Yeah,
we scored like 3 tries in the last 10 minutes,
and then Stacey Jones missed a conversion, just to be negative knee.
Exactly. It was the most Warriors game ever, right?
Yeah, I think there was 10 minutes to go, and I was like, "Oh fuck this game! This is fucking Warriors wasting my money." And then, oh my god, and then. Oh my god!
Yeah, and then Stacey. Everyone's just like far out.
And true to Wellington form as well. That was maybe about how many years ago? 15, 16 years ago, maybe more than that. And then the trains broke down on the way home, and I got stuck in Nio. Some things never change.
The full experience.
That's right.
The Wellington experience.
The full experience. Hey, you talked about 4,000 YouTube subscribers. I've got a shout out to probably the person who's subscribed 1,000 times. Thank you very much. But big shout out to Ben. He wanted to be called Ben Mark Tukey White. Is a friend of a friend and is a podcast watcher as well. So I was going to go with Ben Matalino White, but he requested Mark Tukey. So nice. Thanks for your support, Ben. Thanks for jumping on board.
Yeah, cool. And thank you for the correction. So that's 3,000 subscribers plus Ben. So awesome. Great to have everyone's support.
Is it contracting out subscribers to like an Indian subscriber farm in YouTube?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all bots. It's all bots. Oh man, lads. Obviously, not a great game against the Gold Coast Tight Pants.
Fuck, I hate the Titans, eh? What is it about them?
Yes.
They just play like shit every year except against us.
Yes, and they played. I actually thought they played really, really well.
Yeah,
Completing bloody 90-odd%.
91%.
Fuck me, it's like
They
just
complete
pick one game.
50% most weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go for a quick Haruna, because this has been the biggest talking point coming from not just this game, but frankly, it's been building over the past month or so. Haruna, do we need to drop DWZ? Let's start with you, Isaac.
Yes, but he hasn't been dropped. Have you seen the team?
Yes, indeed.
He hasn't been dropped. But I'm not saying we drop him because we don't love him. We all have collective love for him. But that's why we want to drop him, because we love him. He needs to go back down a grade, get some confidence under his belt, come back a ripping and a tearing, because at the moment he's a liability.
Yep, I agree. I agree with that sentiment. Daniel, your thoughts? Haruna?
Nah. No.
You're going to keep him?
Keep him.
You also love him, but we're going to keep him?
Love him, keep him. Look, this is last chance saloon, maybe. The saloon of last chances, perhaps.
Trump hands. Saloon of last chances.
Only saving grace, and I think, look, when we get to the team, I think there's some ducks and drakes being played, and we'll talk about the team. Because
Okay.
if you're a keen-eye observer of the team, you kind of think, hold on, the 17 doesn't quite balance. But I don't think it's solely down to Dellen's issue. I think teams have worked out, and Foz worked out. They knew we would buy it, but they knew the challenges on the right-hand side. And as much as I love Capes as well, I think teams know that they can skin them on the outside. And I think that just puts Dellen in a world of hurt, because naturally as a winger, you got and as SJ kindly kind of mentioned, and I know people are sort of poo-pooing that, Dellen is looking at what is the kind of low risk play that they have to execute as well. So perhaps some of that, not trusting that inside. Don't get me wrong, there was a bunch of things that he also didn't necessarily execute, and we saw that. Saving grace is when we've seen Pompey come onto that side, it seems to shore it up a little bit as well. But yeah, maybe just a last chance. And we're not flush with outside back centres floating around, guys. So, we still have a game plan that we like to execute, and that's getting our back five or our back three in the first three tackles as well. So we're still executing that part of his role.
Also, executing extremely well in his role is the man on the exact opposite side of the field. Isaac, that is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, man. He's putting up some numbers once again.
Mm-hmm. You can't expect any less from him, can you? I mean, he just wants to be in the game, and he wants to win games. You can tell he's trying his hardest to do it as well. How many meters? 220 odd. I think he's hit 200 meters for the last 3 or 4 games now in a row as well. But yeah, what more could you ask for? So yeah, the back three, it's, I don't know. Apart from him, for me, it's leaving a little bit to be desired. Chance coming back was always good, but I don't feel like he's getting the meters that he might have normally got as well. Maybe because Roger's eating them all up. But yeah, he's doing amazing for us. He's doing a massive job.
Yeah, it was, I guess, a bone of contention. And as you say, Daniel, in terms of the last chance saloon, the saloon of last chances, it was a bit of a talking point with Tane Tuopiki, getting dropped back to New South Wales Cup duties, where he went and scored a couple of tries. But yeah, there was people, effectively saying, all right, we need, Chance and also Dallin to go out there and perform with Tane not in there. So, what did you see from Chance in his match?
I mean, it was definitely full of energy. trying to make those darting runs. I think Roger described him as the kind of the running back of the team as well. You could see that, but you have to credit the Titans. Fuck, I hate saying that. But they
Say it every year.
Their rushing defense and the ability to stop him. I guess in other games where, look, we've seen the season, he's crept over 300 meters in a couple of games, right? Or one in particular. So he can get away on you, right? Get sets going as well. So they just handled him quite well. And I suppose when we have Tane, like he's not gonna go direct, but especially late in the game, man, he finds space as well, and he's just hard to deal with as well. So I think we did miss that from what we had in the previous weeks as well, and then late in the game we saw in a few games, so he was cutting people to shreds, right? And let's credit his defensive reads from the Knights game, right? He, it's been well documented from various Warriors fans and Facebook pages and bits and pieces around some of that cat and mouse stuff he was doing to really confuse the Knights. So yeah, that's why I think when we think about the team this week, I think there's just only one or two changes they have to make given the lack of stock out wide. So and good coaches, I'm not saying Webb's an amazing coach, but great coaches sometimes just find a way to put the best players in the field as well, even if they don't necessarily fit. And go back to, remember that time when New South Wales were good and they dominated Queensland a few years ago, and they had 4 fullbacks playing. Right? You just found a place to put awesome players. And I think there's a case that Tane needs to play somewhere.
When you're in the form that he's in, it's I don't say it's wasted the New South Wales Cup because that's a meaningful competition. But when you're in such hot form like him, it's a waste of his talents. I hate to say it. They need to find somewhere to put him on the park, whether that's on the bench or starting, preferably starting. Yeah.
Especially if you can make a case for if the rest of the team is fine with, like there's no issues, there's no gaps. We're rolling, it's a hard team to break into. You can only break in through injury, but the top, 13, the top 13, but we're not really there at the moment. We've got outside back issues. We can see where our lapses are, and we've got a fullback who's an amazing fullback, love him, first choice, but he's also plays everywhere in the back line, and he's an international centre, and we don't have any centres. So, and I think we really clear now. Roger doesn't go to centre because he's just built his game back up to being that wing.
There's actually one good thing. Chance does a lot of good things on the field, don't get me wrong, but I kind of noticed that there was a couple of times where he would get into a little bit of a half gap, make a half break, but he just doesn't have the sort of the dynamic running ability to actually, cash in on it and break through. So I think that's probably, something that we work with, but
yeah, he can do it by force, but not like you saw a few weeks ago when Tane just against the Tigers. I think he just skipped around.
Yeah,
he was away,
Whoop.
and then he just slowed down and skipped around the next defender as well. So
yeah,
I mean it's well documented. We're not necessarily electric out wide, are we?
Yeah. And like you say, against the Knights, where Tane saved a couple of tries, I don't think Chance would have done it. He would have, once he got turned, then it would have been probably good night nurse.
It's like Hammers does it as well. Obviously, we'll be playing Hammer this week, but his pace can get him out of trouble.
Yep.
He can hold on one player and then kind of hold for the dummy to make the tackle. If the pass goes, he can still go. I think Tane is. Yeah, quite close to being able to do that too.
Yeah. I mean, to use a NFL analogy, Chance is a downhill runner. He's straight up, whereas Tane's a bit more of a shifty scat back. He manages to find space in unusual places on the field.
He's a Brian Westbrook.
He's a Brian Westbrook, yeah. LaShawn McCoy. Just footwork. But maybe we do need a bit more of that. I mean, RTS has obviously got the footwork. DWZ is a bit more of a downhill runner as well. But someone of Tane's skills who can break apart a defensive line. Missing that.
Yeah. In terms of talking about how good the Titans were, even Prince Miles back there is annoyed about it. Me too, Miles. Me too. It reminds me actually of the movie Remember the Titans, and there's a scene where I think it was the one of the running backs or something, and he's like joking around on that, and the coach comes over and he's like, "What are you up to, man?" He's like, "Oh, we're just having a bit of fun, And then Coach Denzel's like, "Oh, you're having fun, are you?" And he's like, yeah, we're having fun. And then he's like, "Are you sure you're having fun?" He's like, well, actually, I'm not that sure anymore that we're having fun. So that was Warriors fans. We kind of thought we were having fun, and then the fucking Titans come along, and they're like, "Are you sure you're having fun?" And we're like, "No, we're not actually." Anyways, let's dig into the lineup because
Before we dig into the lineup, there's some controversial situations in the league has to sort out.
Oh yes, yep.
Like, we understand the ball plant from the attacking player play the ball. They've made this ruling. You can't plant the ball if you're not ready. But no one stands on 2 feet, bends over and then plants the ball and plays the ball. Like, one leg, knee up as well, ready to go. He's standing. When is the tackle complete?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, and actually to the point now, if you see someone plant the ball, just smoke them again.
Yeah.
Because you can. Because obviously they're not positioned to play the ball. But it was this. Yeah, I mean, partly is maybe a little bit of, I don't know. You get these situations where players need to understand the rules better to not put themselves in the position, because these things have been hot, and I guess roll ball is a scenario too, right? Like, roll ball is like a timing issue, I think. I think people just get muddled up, whatever. But yeah, so that rule is fucked.
Mm-hmm.
They got to sort it out. Man.
Yeah, well, I agree. If you're an attacker, tackle's complete, and you've managed to get at least, you're on one knee with another leg, ready to propel
You're
yourself
in a strong
upwards.
position.
Exactly, right? It's not as if you're like still on your 2 knees and you punt the ball like hoping for the best, like it's years gone by. You're actually making a genuine attempt to get up and play the ball, only for some idiot to come back and just push you back down. It was like, well, what is that?
He was trying to hold. He knew that if he let the ball go, he was going to get done.
Yes.
So he was trying to hold, and the guy knew, he's like, well, if the ball's planted, I'm going to keep trying to tackle him. But
exactly,
the tackle was over 30 seconds ago, man, or whatever. Like,
yeah, and I would put it to you that, like you say, he didn't lose control. The guy just kept fucking pushing him.
Yeah. But to the Titans' credit as well, that whole gamesmanship, they were just slowing the ball down, just the niggle, even just shit like that with the ball planting, whatever. I think it was in the game plan just to really niggle away at the Warriors, because the amount of times players got up, put their hands up, and the ref didn't call shit because it's Sutton. They got away with it, and they were smart to do it.
The other part to that is, and I think you run, in terms of how we attack, the impact of not having Wade Egan out there to really kind of call those markers, to pick up those 6 agains, to know when to run them. And don't get me wrong, Tamati went in there, Chanel went in there, did their best, but I think we really missed that attacking shape out of what he can produce as well, which is always a risk. We know this, right? Like, we know there's going to be times where they can't play, and we had good cover, and it was actually, I forgot that Chanel was that role to Mighty, and it was good to see him swap around, I reckon, because I think we needed some creativity as well. So we saw the impact of not having Wade out there for a longer spell. Hopefully be different with Samuel Healy back in there as well, because he's the kind of guy we need as a genuine 9. There's one other thing, which grinded goats. I love goat grinding. So Sutton lost it. Well, 2 things actually. Sutton lost a feel for the game. Like, we were dominant tackle set on there, and there was their 4th tackle, calls a strip on Vaiamonga. It's like, and I know this is not predicting whatever, but Sutton, why would he strip on the second to last tackle in a dominant set as well? He went straight to the strip as well. It's like, players like we're not stupid. You know, like, if you're going to strip, you're going to strip in the first 1 or 2 tackles as well. And look, it was clearly not a strip, right? And obviously got overturned. And luckily we had the ref challenge or captain's challenge, whatever you call it. But again, I just thought, you know, I don't want to say bias or whatever, but just not a good feel for the game, how the game's been played.
I think he has a good feel for Warriors games. He just hates the Warriors.
Yeah, he feels like it's got an opportunity to fuck the Warriors over. You know, here's my time.
Just frustrating, like annoying, you know. And again, that's the whole kind of lottery of like, is it a strippers or not, whatever. He had the hand on the ball, but you can do that now. I lost the ball. And how do you see evidence the ball is on the ground and then assume that because half his body is over the line, that the ball is on the ground over the line? Like, you can't place where the ball is and where the line is. So it's guesswork. Like,
Plus, they got called no try in the first place as well. Yeah. So it's got to be conclusive evidence that you can overturn the original ruling. And there was no conclusive evidence. You know? That's what really annoyed me.
As was the case about 4 weeks ago when we played the Broncos. And again, it was like the reverse of that, where Chanel went over the line. Very similar circumstances. That went up as a try. And then so they somehow had to try and, you know, find conclusive evidence again to overturn it, which they did. And then this week, I know, you know, that we've only really got sort of 1 or 2 angles from Sky TV and also the solar-powered lights at, you know, Go Media Stadium, which, you know, they battle away manfully, but, you know, it doesn't give you the best sort of, you know, definition as to what you're trying to see. But yeah, I agree. I just think conclusive is a big word, right? Like, you need something really rock solid to fucking overturn something like that. But
piss poor. But hey, we'll cop it. And the last thing on this is
There's more.
Go Media Stadium. We just can't get it done.
Can't make it a fortress, can we?
No, I think Warriors fans. I don't know. I prefer us to play in Sydney and in Queensland at the moment. Like, it's just something about. Maybe it's travelling, unity and stuff. You get home. I mean, Paul Marata, he's got 4, looks like he's got 4 kids under 5. Like, bro is busy when he's at home. He needs to go overseas and get some sleep. You know, like,
get some space.
I mean, I sound bad saying it, but like, it's just not a happy hunting ground at the moment. It's the solar powered lights. It's the as soon as it turns 5 o'clock, it gets a bit dewy, you know.
25% greasier, you know. Heinz grass.
Yeah. The VO5 hot oil on the field, just greasy conditions.
Just go back to the 2 o'clock kickoff on the Sunday afternoon in the baking hot sun. Bring that shit on.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? That would be very nice. That'd be a nice little lunchtime kickoff for me over here in Sydney. I'd be like, yes. And then ruin the rest of the day. Oh,
yeah, losing to the Titans.
Now, but I take it you've covered off all your
rant over.
Yeah, you've ground all your goats.
Yeah,
we need to make that a section, like a segment, like the grinding my goats segment.
Yeah, really grinds my goat. Bah.
Oh man, boys. The lineup for this week against the Dolphins, backs to the wall, back at Go Media, the solar power, 25% extra Nico greasy grass. We've also lost our skipper as well. Fisher Harris is out with the old, you know, he's older than 30 now, right? So he's picked himself up a decent Jared Cronin calf injury, which is 2 to 4 weeks. Yep. I find that as a 3-weeker to be a garden variety. Down to the minute. Also, another double barrel name gone, Chanel Harris Tavita. So he's out of the number 6 jumper.
I wonder, was that when he got pushed over from fucking planting the ball?
Yeah.
His groin from getting fucking pushed backwards. And what I do find interesting, I'm not sure what the exact go was on that injury. They'll probably tell us tomorrow with the what is it? The old injury report. But I do note, I read today on Zero Tackle, they said that Jet Cleary has actually been upgraded to a top 30 contract for the season.
Hmm.
That's actually 2 years ahead of what they had scheduled. So I don't know if that indicates, something bad for Chanel or not, but we'll wait and see. Also, of course, we mentioned Egan with the old tap on the melon. He's out for this game at least. I would suggest probably likely to be back the remaining games, but Sam Healy slots in at hooker. So it's an interesting sort of lineup. And also, I've noticed that the Warrior Holic is also, he thinks there's a bit of ducks and drakes, smoke and mirrors, whatever you want to call it, going on with this lineup.
Yeah.
So, boys, let's dig into it. Let's have a look and see exactly what everybody is thinking. Who wants to start the ball rolling?
Oh, let's have a look on my Samsung Galaxy S25 at the lineup.
It's a completely unsponsored segment.
Yeah, sponsors. Actively looking. Yeah, the lineup. Yeah, it doesn't fill me with the utmost confidence for some reason. Yeah, interesting bench as well with Freddie Lussick. I think it's ducks and drakes. There's got to be some sort of smoke screen going on here. The lineup just doesn't feel like the Friday lineup. You know what I mean? It just looks like a really, really light bench with arguably only one prop in there. I mean, Jacob Laban could potentially play up front, but unless Freddie Lussick wants to do a New South Wales Cup and just move into the front row as he has done.
Yeah, he's done a good job of it too, to be fair.
Yeah, he has. But do I see that flying in this Friday's game? I don't think so. And yeah, I'll be interested to see what Tamari can bring in the 6th jersey. I mean, people have been bagging Chanel from the weekend gone, saying he only had 2 runs or whatever. Well, he was shifted around the place with that injury to Wade Egan. I think people are really harsh on him and forget how important CHT has been for us so far. Remember, we're in the top 4. It's not like we're languishing just outside the 8, struggling to make it. Like, we got there for a reason, and he's one of those big reasons. And am I right in assuming they have done the old swap around with Capewell and Pompey as well, in terms of the other side of the field? So Pomps will help out DWZ on his flank. Am I right?
Well, will they swap? I mean,
Well, they've lined up that way, right? But
yeah, they've lined up that way on the team list. And we saw that maybe a couple of weeks ago when they did the swap-a-rooney, when Capewell had a little bit of a niggle, and that worked out pretty well. Maybe that works out again. I mean, Pomps, you got to hand it to him. And maybe a couple of years ago, God, I love to bag him, but mate, he's the one constant in that team that you would not want to drop for the rest of the season. Like, you'd almost pick him first every week in, week out. Just the way he's been playing, he's been amazing.
Yeah, he's the guy that you told Rocco Berry and Ali Leatoa not to worry about.
Yeah, he's that meme. Yeah,
He's that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy. But last year, this year, the year before, like, yeah, he's can't say enough good stuff about Pompey, but we never seem to say anything good about him. You know what I mean? Because we don't really talk about him.
Yeah, no, he's been bloody good. I actually got a question for you as well before we delve a little bit deeper into Daniel's Ducks and Drakes scenario.
The smoke screen.
Kurt Capewell is our captain for this week, named as skipper. I actually think he probably could do with a rest. I wondered watching him on the game against the Titans, and yeah, I really do wonder if the Origin sort of high is sort of worn off, and now he's starting to just tread water a little bit. What do you reckon on that, Isaac?
Yeah. I think maybe he's got a little bit of a niggle. It was like as well. I think he's keeping up appearances because he's the war horse, along with Fisher Harris. He's seen as the war horse of the team, the veteran, and he leads by example. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't deserve a break. If he fully backs his crew, his club, be honest, put your hand up and say, hey, look, I'm probably not 100%. I'm going to do more damage to the team if I'm on the field. Let me sit one out till I can get my body right. and I can come back into the team and really contribute. Because he looks like he's just been lacking a bit, eh? And he deserves a break. I mean, the Origin was pretty full on, pretty taxing for him, pretty emotionally draining as well, and that takes a toll on the body. And then arguably his form with the past couple of games, has been average at best. So maybe he needs to have a bit of a break and reset himself.
We can't afford it.
I honestly I'm still a fan of. I know people aren't a fan. I'm not a fan of Hall & Oates, Morgan Harper, but I'm of the opinion he's a centre. He's played first grade. He's played plenty of games. It's not like he's played 10 or 15 games in first grade. Like, he's played a few. Give him a chance. See what he's got. I mean, what have you got to lose? You played him at centre. He's arguably going to fill in for 1 or 2 games. If he does well, he does well. If he doesn't do well, jump back to a winning New South Wales Cup team.
Yeah,
and you've got players. You've got players in the club that can do a role. So,
also got to add a name to that list as well. Siokali, the winger from New South Wales Cup, 5 tries in the last 2 weeks, and he's also played a lot of centre as well. So I saw him play a lot of centre last year. So another guy that on that sort of rationale you just mentioned there, Isaac. So you could just give him a whirl and see what he could do, because he's definitely got something and a lot of promise there. But Daniel, we are actually running out of time, but let's do some ducks and drakes, bro. Let's have a look and see where you're going to land on our actual lineup come Friday.
So first of all, great theory. Give them a break. They have 3 weeks off, 5 weeks off. We can't afford it at the moment. We're down on senior players and senior forwards.
Sorry, Dad.
As well. So, So, look, I mean, I think the CAPEWELL's predicament is, maybe a little bit stung from Origin, but then you're asking him to play out wide and be a centre and chase fast guys. No. Like, what we need him to do is get back to the edge, protect this halfback, and kick chase, and just do all those things that got his form back to where it was, right? So he has to play, and we just don't have enough stock as well, enough cattle at that level, senior cattle.
Yes, sorry, I stand corrected. I mean, if it was the whole centre argument and he was not going to play in the second row, I'd give him a break. Yeah. But if they say, hey, you play second row, I'd be like, by all means, he doesn't have to think that hard in that position because he knows it like the back of his hand. Stick him in the second row. But yeah, if they were going to jam him into centre, which they have done this week, I would prefer he had a break.
Yeah, absolutely. If he had a luxury of available people, absolutely. I think you rest him, freshen him up for the season, and hopefully we get to a point where we can do that at the back end before we get to the crunch time. But looking at the team, look, it smacks of some ducks and drakes. It gotta have to be. You identified there's only one recognised prop on the bench. If it was my team, and I didn't see Warriorholic stuff, but my theory would be I would shift Marata into the middle. I need that steal. We've got, I mean, yes, is it his position? Probably not, but we need a big body as well. I'm worried about that. So obviously bringing Capes back into the edge, and then the change from taking Tuopiki from 14, bringing him to fullback, putting Chance into centre.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know if he'll do that, but I think we need to find a way to make that happen as well. Then you could bring in your outside back that maybe will debut perhaps, or another middle. But we got to find a way to get the best players available on the field, and that would work. And we're up against a quality Dolphins team. Like, they've got everyone back this week. That scares me. Like, the Hammer, Herbie Jeff Farnsworth, even Cody, who, for fuck's sakes, is just playing.
Cody the War Killer, right? Yes.
He wasn't his best as a warrior, was he?
No. The Turnstile, I think we called him back in the day.
Yeah, Izzy Katoa. I mean, I think the Dolphins could be my second favourite team.
Here we go. There we go.
Really?
they're exciting. They're an exciting team.
Yeah.
I'll give them that. So it concerns me. So we need the best players that we can get.
There's no Mr. Sauce this time. Sean O'Sullivan got that bloody fucking 40-odd meter drop goal against us last time.
I mean,
Serious, bro?
the area of advantage that we do have normally against a team like the Dolphins is their journeyman forward pack. But even then, like with them being journeymen, they're a solid outfit, that forward pack. But you generally like to think,
Limuelu,
yeah,
and Donahue, who's a grub.
Yeah, it's a grub.
He is an aspiring grub, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Aspiring, right?
I saw Fisher Harris getting stuck into him last time we played them.
Lemuelu's talented as well, though. I quite like him whenever he seems to get on the park. You know, being a former halfback, yeah, he's got some footwork. But generally, if we could play the forward pack is really stumping up, we should be able to control their middle, and that sort of nullified their exciting backs. But their backs can also.
It's not Dolphins Anonymous.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to look at that. That's a grizzly veteran bench that they've got. Ray Stone, Mark Nichols, and Josh Kerr. There's a 3 bloody seasoned campaigners.
And you can tell a lot by a team from their bench, like, you know, if they could arguably start across the NRL, you know, and different teams. And we've had that same situation early in the season, you know, when we were rolling. But our bench was fucking strong. This week, look, we're clutching a little bit, bringing the bros back. But love that. Hopefully, Freddie gets a shot because he's a Warrior Anonymous legend.
That's right, exactly. A good friend of the podcast.
What about another friend of the podcast, though? What about starting with Tanner?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you're looking for a like for like, for Fisher Harris going out, I 100% agree. He'd just be a slot straight in there, do the exact same role. Like, you don't have to mess with the rotation on, what Dimitri brings off the bench and that. But
I think this gives Dimitri more minutes as well. Like, I think he's earned more minutes. He's awesome. Like, he's so good. I mean, Tanner's been playing well as well, but I think from an alpha point of view, Dimitri has got that. He's got the dog in him, eh?
Yeah, the alpha mentality. Yeah,
absolutely. Back to the wall, boys. It reminds me of kind of takes me back to week 2 when we'd got thrashed over in Vegas and we came back home to take on the Seagulls, who were bloody, putting up points all over the place, and everyone thought, oh shit, we're about to get rolled by quite a lot. And to be fair, we let in about 100 line breaks before going on to win the game.
Yeah.
This is a weird season, man. That's a real weird season. But we'll see what happens. Just quickly before we jump out, boys, quick score and result prediction. Just remembering it is Warriors Anonymous, not Dolphins Anonymous. But no. Give us your honest opinion. We'll start with you, Isaac.
What's the weather going to be like this Friday? That's
pissing down at the moment.
Yeah.
Rain. And
it's an orange level weather alert, isn't it? Or whatever.
Atmospheric river.
That's it. That's the word, atmospheric river.
It looks like Fridays is sunny and cloudy, so.
Atmospheric river, my ass. Okay. It's gonna be a tight one, I reckon. It's gonna be a tight one. I'm gonna go low scoring affair, 18-14. Warriors.
Nice. I like it. I'll back that up. I'll go 22-16. Daniel. Oh.
I'll fucking kick the arse.
That's my second favourite team.
Yeah.
No, we'll win. I don't know what the score is, but we'll win.
Second favourite team. Speaking of Dolphins Anonymous, shit.
we'll win 4-2.
We can. We just need to do a Titans on the Dolphins. Like we just need to play that hard footy. Don't give them the chances. But they're classy out wide, man. They scare the shit out of me. So, but come on, Cody, tackle like you normally used to do.
Just like the bullfighter, right? With the "Olé!" You just let fucking people through. Olé! That's what he used to do, though, eh? Like, almost had him, eh?
Later, ball.
Yeah.
Later, ball.
Business decisions. All right, boys. This has been a fun episode. Weirdly enough, coming off one of our worst games of the season. So thank you for jumping on. Everyone, don't forget to get to warriorsanonymous.co.nz. Get your sweet, sweet merchandise. It's been selling too. It's been selling. Isaac with the same sized WA moon.
Rebel Moon. The WA.
Join the rebellion at warriorsanonymous.co.nz. And yeah, like and subscribe. And yeah, we'll catch you next week. Until then, up the wires. And go the Warriors.
Dolphins. Warriors.
Go the Dolphins.
Wales.
La cucaracha ya no puede caminar.